I want to have a brief overview of our vision, how Bolt, what Bolt approach is to different type of marketing partnerships, starting with success metrics, what's the goal, how we measure the impact there, guiding through different types as influencer, affiliate, and working with brand partners. If you don't know us yet, we're Bolt. We're a global shared mobility platform representing more than 50 countries across the globe, focusing on EMEA region specifically. We have more than 200 million customers all around the world. You might know us by our leading product as ride-hailing, but effectively this is not the only one. For now we have at least 5 in the mobility domain. We have also given opportunity to users to use one of our e-bikes or scooters solutions in more than 25 countries. We also have an opportunity to give an option to rent a car with our drive product in around 6 countries. This is my favorite one. And on this second block about the mobility, about the delivery service, we have an opportunity, give an opportunity for users to deliver your favorite meals from restaurants and from the grocery stores. And with more than 4 million drivers on board and more than 200,000 e-scooters and e-bikes, we're pursuing our mission to build the cities for people and not for cars. And this lovely image on my back is from Tallinn, Estonia, where our HQ is based, and our visualization of this intention. So a few words about myself, why I'm talking to you. I have around 10 years of experience in product marketing and partnerships in various companies, Bolt, Google, various team startups. Had an opportunity to launch and scale various type of marketing initiatives in more than 30 countries. And if there are any F1 fans in the audience, especially McLaren ones, so you might know now that I'm in your papaya team. So starting with the first question, why we're doing what we're doing, or what might be our success metrics. So here's a lot of story that we can do on the background inside Bolt, but to give you the hint of how we see the success logic from our end, I can guide you by a great piece of material by David Skok about the success metrics. Here I'm planning to briefly highlight those. So great success metrics, starting with understanding how about your unit economics. Unit economics is greatly based if you have amazing product that people love, that basically can track great retention. With a great retention, you can get solid LTV. With great LTV, that will give you a budget and a room for acquiring new users. And having LTV and CAC in place, you can understand what's your efficiency. Having your efficiency in place, you can understand, okay, you can optimize based on various type of payback, how much money you can come back per each invested new lead. Having that in place, you can set up the benchmark. One of the parameters might be 12 months, up to 12 months, but based on your business, it might be different. And having that in place, another layer, then you want to understand how incremental all of the parts that you're having towards other channels or doing or not launching those campaigns. So having this per one market, then scaling to 50 countries, then at least 2 products, and basically we have solid infrastructure of how we pursue all of the deals that we have in marketing partnerships. So let's start with some interesting parts. And the first question that we ask in the partnerships domain, okay, we have lots of content creators around. We have many markets. What happens if we start collaborating? And one of the first goal for us was to pursue the goal of launching a launching program to acquire new to acquire users to finish their first trips. With that in mind, we created an investor program. Then we hired around 10, then 100, then hundreds of different influencers. Majority of those were micro influencers, but we also have mid and macro one that influence on reactively onboarding various type of micro-influencers. As this is one-to-many initiative for us, the systematic approach was a key. So we needed to have standardized approach, how we validate, how we set up the budgeting, how we do communications, how we do payments, reporting, etc. On our end, we saw that this makes sense for us to do on each monthly basis to optimize the campaigns month on month, every consistent month. Then we bundle up with the great incentive that was a benefit for user to start using our service, and also a tracking mechanism for us to do. Having that all together in one program running for around 12 months, during each month we have an opportunity to reach more than 10 million various people in more than 15 geos, and end of the year end up into acquiring more than 1 million installs per year. So the performance approach was tested. Then the question was, okay, what happens if we change the metric and actually start adding new one, as for example, working with increasing our brand awareness and building social community. With this also approach change, we clusterize our collaborations based on the goals that we have. So for the higher one, we worked with high reach and high level collaborations for our global brand campaigns. A bit lower for country or regional levels, we started to collaborate with various influencers to support all of our event calendar. One of the examples might be the collaboration with influencers that we had during year 2024 last year. And the third one, a bit of a niche one, when we worked with influencers to support us as a part of content production, and the great initiative that came up out of this, for example, influencer made city guide that was created with one of the influencer in Paris, where we added customized places that influencers love, and of course some mainstream spots as well. So that's about influencer marketing. We had both approaches with tests with different metrics. It might reach your targets based on the setup of the success metrics and various type of brand goals. Then we started to move on the questions to ask ourselves, okay, what happens if we start working with the biggest apps and web pages in the world? That's how we ended up into working with various type of agencies and companies to help us to place our communication and banners inside of various type of affiliate, inside of various types of in-apps, in-store placements, working with some mobility affiliate partners, publishers that own their own DSPs that might be complementary to our biggest one as Meta, Google, etc. And also do some preloads for Bolt on new devices where it's available. So it ended up into reaching pretty massive opportunity where we could launch the campaigns for around 30 countries for 2 products, Bolt Rides and Bolt Food, where we can see traction up to 3 million new users acquired yearly, and we see a reasonable CACs based on that. Of course, with the great opportunity comes the challenges. In this domain, we see the increased level of fraud that we started to mitigate from day one. With first one, we started to incentivize all of the partners with CPA-based payments. Then we had a layer up when we had the benchmarking system to correlate our numbers on the cannibalization metric. Then we had the level up when we started to work with our measurement platforms to have automatic fraud detection. Then we're going up to set up strict KPIs for each of the partner and each of the media traffic source. And the final one that we have at the moment, we are running incrementality tests for each partner, each geo, each product to make sure that our confidence in the results competitive to other performance channels that we are doing. So that was the longest one. Second two is about the placement validation. So if you don't want to end up into hiring a person that will go through hundreds of different placements and do it manually, we should actually have some system in place on how to validate those and know what ads are placed in each type of the apps and the page that you're having. And of course, our response to e-privacy and privacy involvement to make sure that we fairly track and compensate the rewards is also something that we are working on as well. So working with affiliates might be a great opportunity to reach huge audiences, but be aware of the risk and make a solid plan on how to respond to that. And the last one in this block, I would say partner marketing. It's a bit complex solution. where we had was the question, okay, what happens if we start working with the biggest companies in the world in the regions where we're operating? And that's how we ended up into working with, into finding a solution to build growth loops with ecosystem partners that have businesses that are complementary toward Bolt ones. And in this approach, what we're observing that, for example, we started with the mass domain. In this mass domain, give you a few examples, as for example, working with Google Maps, working with Citymapper, Move It, and the rest. And in these cases, integrating our service in their platforms. So, for example, if you're in London, want to go A to B, Jubilee is delayed, and you want to you can get easily alternative by clicking on Bolt. If you're in Berlin, it's nice weather, you have a bit shorter ride. You mostly might take a benefit of renting e-scooters or e-bikes there. Another one, the collaboration with various types of payment providers, especially banks and payment schemes. We see that working together with them, we have an opportunity to work with, to create incremental benefit for the end user that, for example, for doing your next delivery or the next trip, you can have a cashback or a discount for doing so. Again, there are plus and minuses in this category as well. So in first one, with working with great brands, we have access to high-valued audiences that that's hard to reach versus other competition channels. But on the other hand, based on various type of privacy rules, it limits us if we do any type of direct comms, any type of CRM, whether it's email, push, etc. So there is balance in that. Second one, with each partner we're working, we're pursuing to have win-win approach to what we're trying to achieve. In the challenging block, we see that this requires more customized approach to negotiation, to legal alignments that takes longer time to have the campaign launch versus doing other competitive partnerships, influencers or affiliates, or etc. And the third one, I would say it's more the opportunity than challenge. It's actually when we have opportunity to work with brand companies, we have a higher chance to get great media coverage that will help us to build the set of multiple goals, not just acquisition, not just working on brand metrics, but also combining all of them together with monetization. So that's all from my end. To sum up, as we see on our end, what we see as marketing partnerships where might be a solid addition to your marketing mix when you have all the pillars in place, a solid unit economics, when you have understanding of the strategy you want to achieve, and great partners. So it's a true pleasure to speak to you today, and appreciate to continue the discussions in the networking zone. Maybe next year with one of your businesses we can come up with a great campaign as well. Thank you.